Are you thinking of starting ant keeping in 2026? Well, you found the right place. In this video, we'll cover why you should start ant keeping, why you shouldn't start ant keeping, and some beginner mistakes that a lot of people make. But before we get into all of that, we first have to understand, what is ant keeping? Ant keeping is a popular hobby where ant keepers from all across the world take care and watch their ants grow. Now that you have a basic understanding of ant keeping, we can dive straight into the first topic. Why should you start ant keeping? Ant keeping is a very cost-efficient hobby, especially when you're first starting out, because all you need is some test tubes, cotton balls, and water. And that can all add up to as little as $8. To add, ant keeping does not need a lot of space, and most ants are not noisy or destructive. Lastly, you get to see a tiny civilization build itself up from the ground from just one queen. What are some major cons to ant keeping? There's always a risk to the ants escaping. Even if you take all the necessary precautions such as applying barriers, there still will be one or two escapees from time to time. Another con of ant keeping is that most colonies have slow growth in the beginning stages. This causes most ant keepers to quit before they even have their first 100 workers. From catching a queen to getting your first workers, it normally takes a month and a half. Lastly, ants have no mutual relationship with humans. Therefore, they cannot bond with humans like other pets can. Hopefully, that part of the video helped you decide if you wanted to start ant keeping or not. Now let's get into beginner mistakes that a lot of people make. Number 1, feeding your ants way too early. Ants need a source of sugar and protein every 3 to 4 days, but only after they get their first workers, because most queens do not need food during their founding stage. This will only stress them out and cause them to eat their own eggs. Also, if you're catching your own ant protein, make sure to freeze it for 42 hours to prevent parasites. In addition, when you get your first workers, do not move them into a huge nest. That will kill them. A method I use to know when ants are ready to move is that when they cover half that nest with their workers, then that means they are ready to move in. Before then, I use a test tube setup, which is made from a test tube filled with 40% water, a cotton ball, then the ants, and then another cotton ball. I hope you guys learned something, and if this video helped you in any way, please consider subscribing and liking the video. Peace.